Brian, one of the Sultans of Swing, isn't he? There we go. Hey, good to have you along on the State Line Sports Hour. Dave Smith along with Matt Nestor and producer Tom Warner. And we have never done a competitive dance cheer interview. Today we are doing one, and we're talking to a good source. Harlem won their second Nick 10 championship in a row this Thursday night over at Auburn. And with us we have the head coach, Summer Henderson. I love the name Summer. Makes me feel warm already. Congratulations, Coach, on that victory the other night and representing the Nick 10 with the championship.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What goes on at a competitive dance team? What do you guys, I know you guys do stuff at halftime and you perform. It's a lot of hard work. But what are some of the things that you work on in a practice, Summer?
Basically, our practices are broken down in sections. We stretch, we have technique, and we usually work on a routine. That's kind of our weekly basis that we do every week.
You know, how tough is it to put a routine together? Is that something that you do on your own, or do the girls get input in that, or how does that come together?
Yeah, I usually can come up with the concept and the costuming. We work on the choreography, and then obviously, you know, as a team, the more input I can get in from my kids, not only are they putting something back into what they're learning, but they're also being a part of the actual process. So I am more than welcome to their input. So they do have a lot of say in what moves come and go from the actual competitive routine.
And I know you have to have the right music for it. How do you figure that out? Do the kids help you with that too, or is that basically your job?
Yeah, I take suggestions, but for the most part, I kind of just I'm constantly listening to music, looking for music, trying to pick something that's out of the box, something that somebody hasn't heard, something that has a good purpose to it, and I basically come up with the concept, and then we just go from there.
You know, how does it get judged and determine the winner? Is it more of a degree of difficulty? You know, is it a certain set of moves or execution, or is it some of everything?
It's a little bit of everything. We're scored on technique, showmanship, costuming, and synchronization, and then we're also based on an overall score. So add that all up, and then basically you come out with your end result there.
What's the most difficult part for a dance team to perform and get it right? What's something that maybe can sneak up and catch you in a bad time sometimes?
I would say probably technique is problem number one, just making sure the kids know exactly what they're doing it correctly. And then I would say your synchronization and your timing is number two. I mean, that's key. If they're not together, I mean, it would just be a mess. So that's probably your biggest factor there, technique and timing.
You know, you've put together a good program there, winning 2 championships in a row. You know, who are some of the girls that have helped you kind of build that up to a successful program?
We have quite a few girls. We have I have my senior Kaylee Shaw this year. She's graduating. Madison Moore is a junior. Taylor Newley is a junior. Jade Goff is a senior. Those girls have quite a bit of input into what I got going on. Sydney LaRue is a senior this year. So we're losing some of our seniors, but our coming up juniors, we're still going to have a strong program hopefully going into next year.
We're talking with Harlem competitive dance coach Summer Henderson. They won their second Nick 10 championship in a row. And competitive dance is really a new IHSA sport. Yes. I noticed the trophy. You're on there a couple times, a beautiful trophy, but now you get to go to state competition or, the sectionals, whatever they have. Tell us a little bit about that process.
Yeah, we have sectionals next Saturday. Basically, all the IHSA schools are split up, and there's a certain number of IHSA schools at different locations. So how this works is, like, for instance, Harlem, we are at DeKalb next Saturday. We have to come in the top 6 of the day or we do not advance to state. So, and that's the same rule at each participating school.
How much do you know about your competition at sectional and potentially at state? Is this something you guys think you can go in and win?
Yeah, we've looked at it. It looks like we might have a good chance of getting there. The last 2 years we've missed it by 2 places. We've come in 8th place and we've come in 9th place, and then we've come in 7th place. So we're creeping up there. We're hoping this year's the year we're going to get there.
Competitive cheer is big now, and then we have competitive dance. Can you tell us what the differences are? I just like to be entertained, and I'm entertained by both groups. It's got to be kind of fun, because you can probably have some people that might want to be a cheerleader or they might want to be in dance. Can they be in both, too?
They cannot be in both. The seasons go on at exactly the same time. The seasons run their course pretty much all year long at school. I mean, we start in April, and we have our football program, our football season, and then our competitive seasons both start at the same time, usually around, the end of October. So basically the girls would have to choose if they're going to be competitive cheer or competitive dance. They can't do both just because of the practicing, would overlap. But basically, competitive cheer consists of cheer, stunts, and tumbling, where competitive dance is all dancing.
Before I let you go, has Dancing with the Stars helped at all with the dance program? I mean, dancing is a big thing with Dancing with the Stars. I mean, I've heard that it helped ballroom dancing. Does it help kids to think, hey, dancing's a pretty cool thing?
I think it sparks huge interest. I think a lot of the TV shows now that, revolve around dancing and have dancing going on, and it's getting more, more feedback from the general public. I think that's why this whole entire genre of dancing is picking up. It's just kind of taken off really quickly within the last few years. I think it helps a lot.
Well, Summer, I saw the trophy you guys won. It's a great picture of the trophy that showed up on Twitter. You have to be pretty proud of that. 2 in a row for Harlem. Good luck at sectionals, and hopefully you'll get to state this year. Maybe be a state champion, huh?
Yes, thank you.
We've been talking to Harlem competitive dance coach Summer Henderson, and competitive dance, that's a brand new thing at in schools, and we appreciate you being on today, Summer.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
When you look at all this, I can't do any of that stuff. Nowadays, cheer coaches and competitive dance coaches, there's a lot of work because you got a bunch of young ladies and men that you got to take care of, especially in cheer now.
Yeah, there's so much that goes on. It used to just be, showing up on a Friday night and cheering the team on, and that was about the end of it. Now, all these competitions and this and that and routines they do, whether it's at halftime or in the competition, and it's just a lot going on with it now.
Yeah, I think Gordy Casper would be a good competitive dance person, don't you think?
He would be.
I think he's kind of light on his feet.
I think he should get out of the basketball coaching and go into the competitive dance coaching.
And if I'm not mistaken, his daughters do a lot of dancing thing. They go down to Florida and everything. So I think maybe he ought to be a coach.
That's what I think.
Can you hear him talking to the girls?
Oh, yeah.
That would be good. I would pay to watch that when you... I'd like to thank Summer for being on. We've never had competitive dance, but it is an official IHSA sport. Hey, congratulations to Harlem.
That's right. Hey, good job.
Did you see the traveling trophy they get?
I haven't seen that.
That's a monster trophy.
Is it?
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
So it's kind of good. I know that counts in the all sports awards too.
Well, there you go. So, they're doing some good stuff there.
You kind of feel bad for them because once in a while they'll take it over to get ready to do it at halftime of basketball or football, and the guy up in the doesn't know how to run the sound.
Yeah, music doesn't get right or something like that, or there's a slick spot on the floor. Or,
There are more opportunities for kids to participate in activities in school than when we were there. I mean,
there really is.
And it's nice to be a part of a team.
It's always good to have that ability to compete and go do something. Yeah, my son's school, they've got Ultimate Frisbee now.
Sweet.
I mean, so that's just one more thing that people can get out there and do.
Next thing will be is it Quidditch that they play in Harry Potter?
Oh, yeah, Quidditch.
Yeah, that's a sport. They actually do that.
There are people that do that.
We can talk in English when we do that. Are we done? I think we're done.
That's the music.
That's the music. Hey, big playoff games this week. We didn't even bring up the Cowboys fiasco last week.
Yeah.
Tom already wound Matt up before the show.
It was a catch.
We will see you. We will see you next week on the State Line Sports Hour. Join us then here on News Talk 1440 WROK.